But, I got the time zones confused. This is not a fake background. I'm in Sedona. This is a ridiculously beautiful place, and so I thought that it would just be wrong if I didn't do a special edition of Journal Party Live here. Let me get this stupid chair out of the way, just so it feels a little more luxurious. Luxurious. That's the goal. That's the goal. Luxurious journaling in the morning. Anyway, let me scooch on over, get a nice, good, comfortable view of that backdrop there. Okay. All right. How we doing, party people? I got my coffee going here. I lost my cell phone. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere buried in the Airbnb. Maybe it's with girl Alex. I tried to get her to join me on this, but I don't I don't think that's gonna happen. Anyway, she's not an early riser, but we'll get her there. We'll get her there. She's starting to journal with me. Hopefully some people find their way to this live stream via the new app. That's right, we got a brand new Journal Party app listed on the Apple App Store. So if you're looking to really get a little bit more out of your journal, then please go ahead and download it. I've made all sorts of really cool programs for everybody on there, many of which are free. You know what I just realized? I'm wearing my jacket backwards. All right, so we're all out of sorts today. Maybe it's the vortexes, right? Maybe it's the vortexes. All right, let's switch our jacket back on the right way. Put on some music. What are we thinking? Like a little lo-fi? Let's hear how that sounds. I'm always worried that it's not even happening in my earbuds, that it's like just coming out of the computer. All right. Hopefully that's a nice volume for everybody. All right, so let's get this party started. 2 minutes and 33 seconds in, 5 minutes into the official time. And my name is Alex Gellner, and I'm talking a little hushed because, it's a nice calm Sedona morning. People probably walking their dogs and stuff and don't want to hear about my journaling practice. Got some coffee here. Let's plug the Peak Family Dental Care here at it's got to be from Sedona. I found this in the Airbnb. All right, so if this is your first time joining us on the Journal Party Live morning routine, I should say. It's pretty simple. We kind of do the same thing every time, but it's sort of a nice little ritual to start your day. And it's basically the practice that I've been doing for, at least 10, 15 years now, I think. I start by doing morning pages. Now, this was taken from Julia Cameron from The Artist's Way. Definitely always recommend it because we ripped it straight out of that book, and it's a practice that's helped me tremendously. So 3 pages, stream of consciousness, and you just start writing. And the idea is that when you wake up, you got all sorts of creative energies going on, but you've also got a lot of residual head garbage, is what I like to call it. And when you start to put your thoughts down onto paper, they start to become a little bit more cohesive and coherent in your head. So usually by like the second page or so, you start to feel a little bit better. You start to notice that the things that you're writing are a little more organized and a little bit more, I guess, a little more positive, right? So go ahead, open up your journal, whatever you want to write in, or even if you want to just hang out, have coffee, and think about it. It's a nice way to just start to organize your thoughts. But I like writing. I think there's something magical about it. And plus, this is a journal party, so get a journal. Without further ado, let's just start writing, and I'll stop us when I hit 3 pages. Of course, you can always pause this, and if you're faster than me, just hang out. Look at the mountain. Alrighty. It's so cold out here. Oh, let me put the ticker on so people know what we're doing. Oops. Wrong ticker. Okay. All right. Just finished up my 3 pages. It's funny. I usually I must keep a pretty consistent writing pace because I find that it usually takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. I mean, I guess 5 minutes, when you're talking about 3 pages is maybe I'm not so consistent. I don't know, but it's interesting how I usually find that 20 past the hour, I'm moving us into the next phase here. So that's my pace. Hopefully, it was easy for you to keep up. And my apologies if I'm annoying you while you're still writing. Please feel free to pause this if you need to. Take the time that you want. Shake out all that head garbage and get yourself in a good place. And that's really what this next part is really good for. We're going to move out of the morning pages and into morning gratitude. So you'll see the little ticker down there. It says morning gratitude. Write down 10 things you're grateful for. So that's it. It's pretty simple. Just go ahead and here, I'm opening up my little, I have a special gratitude notebook here that I'm going to use. But it's pretty simple. Just write down 10 things you're grateful for. If you can, try to write down why you're grateful for these things, or at least get in touch with the feeling of the gratitude. I mean, it's one thing to just rattle off a list. It's a whole other thing to actually experience the gratitude. And a list is going to do wonders for your memory, maybe your short-term memory or whatever. But what we're really looking to do here is to shift our state. And so in order to do that, we actually need to be feeling the positive emotions that we're conjuring up here. So just go ahead, write down 10 things that you're grateful for, and maybe why, or just try to feel that sense of gratitude, and we'll move into a more positive state together. So just start writing. Go ahead. Okay, that's a 10 for me. Again, if you are still writing, feel free to pause me so you can get through your 10. But I'm going to be moving on now. Maybe in the future, I'll just allocate like a 10-minute slot for this because it does seem that this part maybe takes me about 10 minutes. And I think, 1 minute per item is probably a pretty good amount of time. I felt like I was writing a lot, but I guess I blasted through these in just 7 minutes. So either way, for now, we're just going to be picking up the pace and moving into our next section, which is going to be goals. So just like gratitude, we're going to be doing a list. So we're going to write down 10 things that were 10 goals, not things that we're grateful for. Just did that. 10 goals, and I highly recommend that you familiarize yourself with a goal setting technique. There's a lot of them out there. One of them that's pretty well researched and usually recommended usually recommended by professionals is the idea of SMART goals, where SMART is an acronym: specific, measurable. Oh gosh, what's the other one? Achievable, realistic, and time bound. I think that's how it is. But that's basically the principles of it, right? Where you want to make it something that's within reach, and setting a deadline on it makes it something that I guess kind of focuses, at least subconsciously, your mind on acquiring this thing by a certain date, or achieving this goal by a certain date, I should say. Maybe you're not looking to acquire a thing, but either way, plenty of documentation out there. I actually did a little journal party podcast where we kind of went over the SMART goal setting techniques. So that I try to abide by those principles. But one of the things that I like to do as well is I like to write in the present tense, and I like to sort of write it as an affirmation. And similar to the gratitude section, I like to try to get into a good feeling state with these goals. I like to feel. I like to feel the feeling of already having it, if possible. So maybe that's maybe that's something I picked up along the way with all the law of attraction stuff or anything like that. But I think that's also one of those things, whether or not it's scientifically supported, pretty well documented that at least in the manifesting community, that's how we would do it, right? You want to be in alignment and in resonating with the vibration of the thing that you're looking to achieve or acquire. So without all the woo-woo stuff, although look where we are, we're in Sedona, right? So let's manifest some stuff. It's supposed to be easier here. Anyway, just write down 10 of your goals. That's it. And we'll see you on the other side. Okay. All right. I'm done with my 10 goals there. Again, feel free to pause the video if you're still writing. Get your 10 goals out there. It's interesting. I am pretty consistent in keeping my daily goals, and it's just always interesting to see how things move up and down the list, depending on what's going on or where I am. Which I guess sort of leads me into. We'll try to make it lead into the next section here. Um, you know, as as I realized, or as I started to realize how effective this practice is of even just the goal writing section and keeping regular goals, it occurred to me that it's it's equally as important to acknowledge when you have achieved your goals. Just it's one thing to just wish and hope and talk about the things that you want all the time. But one of the things that I think makes attaining your goals easier is self-efficacy, and the belief that you actually can accomplish the things that you want to accomplish and acquire the things that you want to acquire. And one of the ways to do this is to build a back catalog of references in your head, or literally on paper, where you um, where you can actually look back and see, like, okay, I have accomplished these things, or I've acquired these things over time, and really, you could go back and look through your goals list. But I think that one of what I've uh, somewhat recently added to the practice is the concept of adding your gains. I think it doesn't have to be 10. It doesn't there's not really like a hard format for this, but I think it's important to just document the successes in your life, because like I was saying, as it's one thing to just go through and wish and hope and want to want more and more, but it's really helpful to I guess demonstrate to yourself that you can actually do what it is that you set out to do. So we're going to move into the next section, the final section of our morning routine here, which is gains. So you put the ticker up there. So as you can see, just write down your recent gains in health, wealth, relationships, whatever. It doesn't have to be financial. It doesn't have to be, you know, how much weight you lost or whatever it is. It's it could be it could be silly. And I mean, that's another thing too. It doesn't always have to be these milestone things that you're celebrating as gains. Sometimes it's the little things that really can help us shift our state, if that's how we're looking at it. And the other thing is that I think what we're doing here is we're training our minds to be a little bit more positive, to count our blessings a little bit, look at the good things that are happening for us, because as you know, it's really easy to kind of get into a negative autopilot. So that's my spiel. Let's go ahead and just write down our gains, and we'll get out of here, and we'll have a great day. All right. That's it for me. I actually got a lot off today, but as I mentioned, it's okay to write silly ones. I wrote some little and silly ones in there too. So if you're not done, go ahead and pause me if you want. But we're about to get out of here. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me here at this special edition of Journal Party Live in Sedona. Today, girl Alex and I are going to be. Yesterday we did some whole like shamanic journey sort of thing, and I guess this Alex didn't realize, but she booked with the same lady. We're going to be doing this inner child healing work today, which always interesting, right? I've been looking to connect with my inner child, so anyway, maybe it'll inspire me to create some more great programs for you guys. I've got the app live now, at least for the Apple camp out there. My apologies to. Oops. Okay. Hopefully you can still hear me. Yeah. Anyway, my apologies to the Google Play crowd. When I had to rebuild the app, I had to take down the old Google Play one, and we're still in the submission process for them. So, folks on Android, you will have a Journal Party app as well soon as I can. But in the meantime, anybody with an iPhone, iPad, or I guess you can even do it if you have a Mac. You can go into the App Store and download like a computer version or desktop version of the app. It's really cool. I've been working really, really hard to put this all together for everyone. There's tons of free stuff in there, as well as the like the VIP membership and stuff like that. So if you're really hardcore journaler, you can dive in and get access to all the premium content in there. But I did my best to make sure that I'm providing value to everybody, especially the people who are just getting started with journaling. And there's all these really great programs in there. Whether you're looking to improve your self esteem, whether you're looking to do some gratitude journaling or manifestation work, whatever it is. I've got a ton of programs that I put in there. I did some work with a therapist to make sure that the prompts are not leading anyone astray. So feel hopefully you can feel confident that the prompts are coming from a good place. But the cool thing about all of this is we're just asking questions or giving you ideas and kind of giving your brain a little bit of a nudge. And when you just start writing, you'll start to see how much inner wisdom that you really have. And I think that I'm really excited to share this with the world, because I think that there's a ton of people masquerading as experts out there, and I have a lot of experience with journaling, but I'm not an expert on you. And regardless of how you're doing, the place that you're at in your life right now, I truly believe that there is a part inside of you that knows what's going on, has that inner wisdom. And my goal is to help more and more people to tap into that, so that we can have more fun, more love, more connection in this world. And I think it's a pretty fun mission here. If you love journaling, and it's one of those things everybody knows they need to do it. So if you find your way to this, please download the app, join the community in there, and my goal is to build this out into something where I don't just go to Sedona by myself. Maybe we could all come here someday and journal together in beautiful places, and really find those golden nuggets that are buried within ourselves, as well as actually connect from a place that's more conscious, right? It's so easy to just thumb through your Instagram or whatever it is, and I don't know. Does anyone actually feel good when they go through their social media? No, it's because it's all a facade, and it's all unfortunately it under the guise of being a better way for us to connect. I think that we've found ourselves moving apart from one another. And when we consciously point our intentions, towards what it is that we want, towards just reaching for a healthier state of mind, state of being, especially when we do that together, I think magic can happen. And so that's my soapbox, that's my mission, and I'm really, really grateful that if you're watching this, that you found us today. And again, please download the app and say hello. The more the merrier. Let's make this an even bigger party next week. So, um, I I suppose I can get another one of these going off on Thursday. I have to double check the schedule. Alex booked us a lot of. I say Alex. That's my girlfriend who I'm here with. She booked us a lot of nice, relaxing stuff here in Sedona. And I told myself I wouldn't work, but I don't consider this work. This is my life, and this is what I love to do. It's what I'm passionate about. So happy to hop on here if I can. So look out. Maybe we do another morning session, probably on Thursday, if time permits. I doubt that. I doubt that she's scheduled anything for us that early in the morning, and if not, and maybe even if that, I know girl Alex had mentioned that she wanted to do some journaling, so maybe I'll have her guest star with me here, and maybe we'll do like an afternoon session. Perhaps I can walk us through some of the guided journaling experiences, so it's not just so it's a little more interactive. I know that this is a lot of like, like who would tune in to watch me journal? I mean, I would hope that you would. I would hope that you would participate as well. But I think that maybe if we go through some of the prompts where instead of just being like, here you go, write down 10 things or whatever, the way I've designed it is, there are these little timed sequences that we can move through with a specific objective in mind. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the app. There's so much cool stuff in there. But anyway, stay tuned. I'm kind of playing it by ear out here in Sedona and trying to enjoy myself. So uh, we'll see. But I think that this was super fun, and so hopefully, you know, hopefully time permits us to all connect again. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'm gonna get out of here, finish my coffee, maybe reheat it a little bit because it's freezing out here. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and if I don't see you, I hope you have a wonderful week.